Coach, how are you today?
Go ahead, Ben.
All right. Hey, Coach, how you doing today? You just take us through some of your general thoughts on the game, and also if you want to go into the whole tournament, how you thought it went.
The team did a nice job of playing into the finals. Obviously, tonight TCU was a little too much for us. They're a very good team. They have a very deep lineup and a number of power arms. It was a little bit of a struggle to keep them under control, especially in the middle innings. But that's a compliment to them. They have good plate discipline. They're very athletic. They're a tough team to control. There's a reason why they're one of the top 8 teams in the country, in my opinion. And so I would compliment them and congratulate them on winning. I'm proud of the effort of our team since we got here on Wednesday, and I saw a lot of character on display. I've seen a lot of that out of this group of kids, in particular over the last 2 months. And even though we didn't win this tournament, we've got great momentum heading into next week.
Josh, you mentioned that their plate discipline is a problem, and your guys were pitching around the plate a little bit, but I think they got runners on the first 6, maybe the first 7 inning, the leadoff runner on. That's a tough thing to overcome, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, they're tough. I mean, they run the bases extremely well. They're without the most athletic team we've faced this year, and their team speed is challenging. As is their ability to put a good swing on the ball. Sykes is a really good player. He hit us with a home run. But again, I'm very proud of my team. I'm very appreciative of their effort. TCU won tonight. That's all there is to it. They went their long road to get here. Compliments to their team. They have a lot of depth, and they put that on display. But I'm proud of the effort of our team. We came down here with the intentions of winning it. We came up a little short, but we played good baseball. We went 3-1.
News at 9.
I can't hear whoever's got the sound in the background. So I'm proud of the Cowboys. I'm proud of my team.
Josh, can you talk about just your pitching situation tonight and how you kind of tried to manage everything?
Jacob, we tried to put the game together in pieces. That's where we're at this stage. It wasn't wise, in our opinion, to try to run back the game 1 starter. That's foolish, especially with a postseason bid established in our eyes. We had a fresh Trevor Martin who's been dynamite for us down the stretch. He didn't have his best night, but you know what? His future's bright, and I think in the bullpen role where he's most comfortable, he'll be a huge weapon next week. We tried to piece it together and use some of our left-handed options to neutralize their running game and also to try to neutralize.
Examining just how long protection against the virus could last.
Then just confirmed what I think is.
You don't mind, so I can talk. I can't hear you guys when that happens. Okay, to your point, Jacob, we tried to piece the game together without getting overextended anywhere. We didn't think that bringing Justin Campbell back was an option with the regional berth, in my opinion, firmly established. Brett was the only guy that, we brought back. So we tried the best we could to keep it tight, but not at the expense of sacrificing the opportunity ahead.
At the moment, all lanes remain open on the road to a bipartisan agreement on infrastructure.
Do we know who that is?
Drawing up the map, still expressing optimism.
Well, so yeah, Jacob, it's game 4 of a tournament, and again, no perfect formula, but I think you saw they did the same thing. They essentially started a relief pitcher and then pieced it together. So it was one of those nights. I
understand Republicans want to get away from Donald Trump. I mean, if Donald Trump disappeared tomorrow, I don't think you'd have many Republicans in the search party. Right. Maybe a few prosecutors, but not Republicans.
Guys, I'm not meaning to yell. It's just I can't hear with that sound in the background.
We know, Josh.
Okay.
Hey, can you mute that person, Wade?
It looks like it may be off Flores.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So,
hey, go ahead, Jacob.
This tournament, you guys took a lot of steps forward. What really stood out to you the way you guys took steps forward as this tournament?
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the team. I'm disappointed we didn't win the Big 12 championship, but I'm proud of the progress we continue to make. I thought there was some really outstanding pitches thrown to home plate. Campbell was outstanding. Felt really good about Parker's outing. Bryce Osmond had a positive outing. Mitchell Stone, Cale Davis, Brett Stanley against Texas did a heck of a good job. A lot of good at-bats up and down the lineup throughout the tournament against some elite pitching. And I appreciate the effort of the team. I mean, listen, you know, as bad as you want to win this game, and I'm hurting right now. Our kids are hurting. We're burning. We woke up this morning coming to play for a title, and getting in this position is hard. Winning, it's even harder. So don't mistake our positivity for thinking, well, they're okay with losing. No, we're not. But you can't ignore the fact that this is a step in the journey into the postseason. And I like where we're at. I like our chances next week. I told the team that. I believe that firmly. And anyone like yourself that's covered us all year knows I've been saying I like this team from the very beginning, even during some of the challenging stages of the season. So I think the positives outweigh anything that happened tonight.
Josh, I know there's nothing you can do as far as campaigning or anything like that, but with the way your team played in this tournament, and it was something the committee was viewing, don't you think you'll get a good shake as far as where you go in the competitive situation?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I know the folks that are part of that group take that job seriously. They take great pride in that appointment. They take even greater pride in the job that they're tasked to do. I'm sure they'll do a fantastic job. Nothing I can say will impact anyone's thoughts. I think the team's play speaks for itself. We did the things you're supposed to do, which is play a tough schedule, finish strong, be highly competitive in the elite conference. I'm very proud of the resume we have, and the folks on that committee, they take their jobs very seriously. They know how important it is to the kids and the teams that they nail this thing for the kind of the integrity of the game and the championship itself. NCAA championships are supposed to be the most pure thing in the world. So hopefully the way they view the Cowboys will lead to a good draw and a chance to compete in the national tournament. That's what I've always believed about that. And I'm sure they're paying attention to the good work that our team has done, but others. I mean, TCU, in my opinion, no doubt top 8 seed, no doubt. Yeah. Texas, no doubt, in my opinion. If anyone cares what I think. I've watched a lot of college baseball. We've played some excellent teams. They can go head-to-head with anyone in the country. I don't care what conference, what location, you name it. And I think Texas Tech is fantastic as well. The play of K-State down the stretch deserves to be recognized. Baylor, an outstanding team that had a tough finish with some injuries and some COVID issues. They, too, had built a postseason resume. I hope the Big 12 will be recognized for the fantastic baseball that was played top to bottom all year long. I really hope that occurs. And I know this. We've been prepared for anything that we're going to face by playing this schedule against these players and these coaches across the league. So I compliment our league for doing one heck of a job this year and the great challenge it was.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, on a different topic, I'm sure you've been asked about this all year, but Cade's defense, were you continuously wowed by what he does out there in right field?
No, I've seen it so many times. Best right fielder I've ever seen. College, pro, whatever. Just the best I've ever seen. Just all there is to it. He plays outfield like a shortstop. I mean, he impacts defense in the outfield like a shortstop does on the infield. Because so many of those balls he catches, if he doesn't catch them, they're doubles or triples. And they lead to runs. I mean, if there's an analytical statistic for run prevention by an outfielder for elite catches, he would have a high score. He's one of my favorite kids I've ever coached in my life as a person and as a loyal competitor and a wonderful, wonderful kid. He is so much about what I want OSU baseball to be about and the kids to represent. And, man, as he played his tail off this last 2 months, he's been flat out fantastic. I mean, what an awesome kid, man. I'm just really proud of him.
How emotional was that home run tonight with him?
Yeah, pretty emotional. I mean, that kid is present and he's living it right now. He came back here for a reason, and his heart and soul is on display every time he competes. You only wish every athlete could get to that point at some time so they can see how good it feels to be that committed and pure. It's hard to get there. Not everyone plays that way, but I admire him and many others on this team. I appreciate these young men.
Coach, on a different topic, what are the arms like Parker Scott and Brett Stanley, are they as built up as you'd like him at this point in the season?
Well, Ben, they're coming off injury, buddy, so we got to be mindful of that, and we got to use them as effectively as possible, but also be mindful of what they fought hard to get back to us. So we got to keep that in mind. No, I wish they were full speed like they were, but we'll take what we can, effectively use them, and try to win the next tournament.
And also, what does this next couple days look like for your team? You gonna go home back to Stillwater and watch the show tomorrow with the rest of us?
Heck yeah, you're welcome to join us. We're going to go lift some weights and take a day to celebrate being together and wherever the heck we're going, and we're going to make a plan, and we're going to go attack it with the passion that this time of year deserves, man. That's it. We're full steam ahead. No time to sulk. We wanted a ring. We fought hard to get in position for one. We came up short, so we'll shift our focus to a different type of ring.
Well, the TV sounds a lot more fun than the weights. I'll make sure to cover you as the season goes on.
Okay, Ben.
The pitching on here, he's healthy. Maybe again, he's
Everybody good with Josh?
He gives you 4 or 5 innings.
All right. Thank you.
Start of the year, he only been in there.
All righty, Cade's here, so go ahead with questions, please.
Hey, Cade, how emotional was that home run?
At the time, it was pretty big. It was a big part in the game. Carson put a nice swing on the ball to get those 2 runs in, and then I was fortunate enough to go out there and put another good swing on a pretty good pitch. So at the time, it was really exciting.
What challenges are there going against a bullpen like TCU in a game like this where it's a bullpen matchup?
I mean, they're a great team. I mean, you've seen it from them all year. There's a reason they're ranked as high as they are. They've won as many games as they have. You don't get that way. You don't get there in a season if you don't have depth all around, and especially in the bullpen. So, both sides, it's going to be a game like that. You got your work cut out for it, and you never know. You may see a new guy every inning. You might see a guy like we did tonight where it was kind of cut up every 3 or 4, whatever it was. But, they're credit to them. They have a good team and they have a good staff, and they compete well.
And this one stings, obviously, but you've still got the NCAA tournament coming up. How much do you guys feel like you've grown, and how do you turn the page and move forward after tonight?
Talking about growth, I think, starting, what was it? I think it was that little stretch we went on. It was started at TCU or whatever it was, and we were kind of down in the dumps. We went down there, we lost 3, and then lose 2 to OU and Texas in a series, and then we've kind of bounced back after that. And I think we've grown quite a bit moving forward. And, it's games like this and tournaments like this that matter and that help a team take the next step or let you be prepared for the weeks to come, because the NCAA tournament's no joke, and it can go anyone's way. I mean, there's 64 teams in it. Any of those 64 teams can be the final 8 there in Omaha. Thank you.
Cade, what makes you so effective in right field defensively?
I don't think anything in particular. I just take a lot of pride in it. About as much as I do in hitting, I would say. I just go out there and I play free. I mean, if you play timid, you don't get the opportunities to make good plays or tough plays out there. And, I want to see our team get out. And if I can contribute to that in some way, I'm all in for it. So I just go out there and I play as free as possible. I play hard. I don't hold back out there in the outfield, that's for sure.
Now, are you and some of the other kind of older guys on this team kind of taking it upon yourself to clear, the younger guys' minds and help, them prepare for the upcoming postseason tournament?
Yeah, I think we got this week to look forward to that. And, like you said, if it was – I don't want to be disrespectful by saying this, but if it's anyone else other than TCU, I think we'd be, feeling a little different. But that is a great team. It's just like playing Texas yesterday. Texas is a great team. And, a bunch of teams in this tournament are really great teams. But, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It didn't go our way. It's another learning experience. And whether you're an old guy or a young guy, it helps you out either way. So I think, it sucks right now. That's as blunt as I can put it. It's no fun, but I think we're okay.
Thanks a lot, Cade.
Thank you. Good.
Anything else for Cade?
Not quite enough for the Cowboys to get over the hump tonight if they lose this championship game.
I don't hear anything, so sounds good. Thanks, Cade.
And the Phillips 66